Hi guys, this is Will from GBB Gamer. Today I'm gonna show you another gun that I have. This one is a King Arms WA system. King Arms M7A1, I think. Okay. As you can see, it came with a Volter upper receiver. The lower is a Smith & Wesson lower, and a Troy upper receiver rail system. Troy folding stock, and a Fighter Pig flash hider. Well, you can't call it flash hider, it's like a sound booster. Anyway, came with the Magpul CTR stock. This is a WA system, so you don't see me or you don't hear me talk about WA system a lot. There's reasoning behind it. I do have a couple of WA, and there are particular reasons why I prefer other rifles than WA. For those of you who don't understand, or you haven't played with the GBB yet. Okay, on a WA system, well, first of all, I tune all my WA using PMax, GMP PMax. Okay. I only have GMP PMax. All the other Max I don't even use. Okay. There's reasoning behind why I only use GMP PMax. First of all, these are great Max for WA. These are the perfect Max because what GMP did was they put a screw using instead of the pin system which the original WA uses. GMP uses one screw, like a Tokyo Marui system, where it's one screw and it connects all the chambers together, and whenever you have a leak you just have to tighten it or change the O-ring or whatever. It's easier to maintain it this way. So those are great Max. For WA, I always tell people just to buy GMP PMax, and that's the only Max you use. There are a bunch of Max out there, like Beta Project that also has a PMax, but they from what I heard from other people, it still has a lot of leaking problem. But anywho, the reasoning why I only use one particular Max, one brand of Max and one particular Max are on a WA system. The valve control is on the magazine. Okay. So for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, this is how it works. Okay, this is a WA. So whenever once you charge the hammer locks into the locks into the trigger. Okay, once the trigger is pulled, it will hit the fire pin. Okay, the fire pin is here. I'll only move it because it's not 90 degrees. So it will hit the fire pin, which in turn would hit the valve. Okay, once the valve is hit, it will be in open position until the bolt hits the valve release. Okay? Once it releases, the gas is cut, the bolt will start moving forward and load another BB into the chamber. Most of the problem that people face when fixing WA system is this. It's the valve control. Okay, so all different manufacturer out there that makes magazines for WA has different specs. Has different specs in terms of valve, the distance between the bolt hitting the valve lock, and also the packing. Okay. So to simplify, in order for you to tune a very good, well, not very good, but to tune the WA system to work properly, you need one specs of mags. When I say that one specs, even when I buy my mags, I bought it in batch. So I got like 8 of them and at one shot, and I try to use them rotationally so that the wear and tear on all of them are similar, and I don't drop WA mags at all. So because you have to maintain the edge, you have to make sure everything is working properly, the height is the same. So that's the reasoning why I don't use my WA that much. Well, actually, you don't see me using it in games or whatever. Simply the fact that I cannot drop the mags. One of the thing is expensive, and the other thing is it's harder to maintain the mags if it's broken all the time. There's more issue with the mags in terms of the mags and guns. Unlike WE, which I prefer on my M4s. Okay. As you can see, this is a WE, so it's the same. Alright. You see the fire pin? Okay, so the fire pin, once you fire the gun, the hammer start moving back, but you don't see the fire pin moving back until you lock to even when you're locked into the hammer, the trigger itself, it needs one more push before the fire pin locks in. It's easier to maintain this timing, this type of timing in one set of lower body. Because imagine that if you cut the gas too early, then you have a problem. Or if you're unable to cut the gas, then you have this other problems. So it's easier to tune a WE the distance between the valve lock and your hammer than a WA system where you have to maintain. If you have 8 mags, then you probably have to fix all 8 mags in order for them to work on your WA. So that's the reasoning why I don't play games when it's needed. You don't want to go out. You don't want to show up in the field, and you play in a game where you're doing all you can to sneak behind the enemy line, and whenever you have to take a shot and the gun fails, and that's why I prefer a WE system. Because once you get it tuned correctly, it rarely fails on you, and unlike WA where your mags have problems and that causes problems, and then you give up your position. It might work in other countries where the game sites are a lot bigger. In Hong Kong, the game sites are quite small, and it's easier to contact a person, or easier to sneak behind behind the enemy line to shoot them, and then just as you want to shoot and then the gun fails, there's a chance of failure. So that's why I don't prefer to use it.